Hey everybody, it's Ad the Red and welcome back to Galaxy Girls. Right then, last we left off, I believe Erica and Emilia were about to break the news to Kodaha and Sarah. So, we'll see how this is gonna go. Thanks for coming, ladies. Emilia and I have an announcement for the two of you. Kodaha and Sarah both tilt their heads in confusion at practically the same time. You and Emi do? Are you jealous? My partner in crime and I somehow managed to explain everything to the two women, even through their barrages of questions and shouts of frustration. Oh man, this sure is a hard pill to swallow. The girl collapses into a heap on the floor. I stagger over to make sure she's okay. This is awful. So many atrocities could have been avoided if the ESC had only gone public about everything. Heck, how haven't any of the involved countries leaked that information? I know. I agree with you, I really do. It's clear the women find my words unconvincing. And it isn't that no one has tried to leak the info, it's... I shake my head. All three women, the women before me looked disgusted at the wordless implication. And the sad reality is that you ended up supporting them through your actions. I cannot deny that. I grew up in the ESC and that was my life for the past 24 years. I've committed precisely 24 years to their cause. Even now, I am still aiding in their mission. I won't sugarcoat it for my own benefit, not anymore. Captain, I'm honestly disappointed in you. Oh no, she's disappointed. Well, I'm more than disappointed in her. She should have known better. That damned organization has committed crimes against humanity. And that's just scratching the surface. Why were we, of all people, sent up here? Erica, you're the only one who has anything to do with the ESC. Shockingly, Emilia steps in front of me, acting as a shield. Let's just calm down for a moment and hear her out. Thank you, Emilia. The ESC's logic is in choosing the crew they did stems from 2 points. One, not everyone wants to leave Earth. However, there may be cases where those unwilling to go must leave regardless. The human rights organizations likely won't condone leaving people to their deaths when the time comes to evacuate after all. How can they cope? Will they be able to adapt? How will they react to their captor? These questions need to be answered. 2. How will a group of complete strangers interact once they're left to their own devices? It goes without saying that ships will be divided by genetic diversity. No family will be left intact, save for children with a parent or guardian. Of course, in our case, we do not have the privilege of partake in reproduction, not even via IFV. They deemed that it would be too cruel for the offspring. Are you joking? Am I really supposed to buy that complete bullshit? And even if it is true, am I supposed to just accept that? I agree. It's not that I can't do the logic in it, but this is really unfair. It's like the gravity of the situation is only hitting me now. Am I going to rot up here? Why don't we all take a while to soak the information in? It was a little to take in for me as well. I was kind of angry at first too, but we're all making the best of a bad situation here. Emilia's speech seems to have worked. Sarah and Kodaha both relaxed their shoulders. You know what? You're right. I think I'm going to take some time to cool off. Before any of us can react, the blonde's halfway out the door. Yeah, you're right, Emmy. I need some time too. The small one turns to me, a hint of regret showing in her eyes. I'm sorry, Captain. I can see where you're coming from. But honestly, that doesn't make it any less hurtful that I was told last. I thought we were closer than that. That's kind of your fault for assuming. Technically, The raven-haired girl waves it off with a tiny smile. I know. I'm just being silly and emotional. It's alright. It isn't your fault. I understand that it's a natural reaction. Thanks. And sorry again. The young woman dashes away. Left alone with Emilia, I take a deep sigh, my shoulders slumping from the lessened stress. For what it's worth, I think you did the best you could with what you had. I'm sure I could have done better, but thank you. Always stand in silence, the growl of Emilia's stomach breaks attention. Would you like to grab something to eat? I'll cook. She blushes and nods enthusiastically. You don't have to ask me twice. You have to ask me twice. Alright? With a tray of plates in hand, I set the table with a few different foods. Amelia intently watches as I place everything down. She's practically drooling. I take my seat and she immediately begins filling her plate to the brim and then wolfing all of it down. I try not to react, but a giggle slips out. Did you say something? No, I apologize. It was nothing. Okay. Okay. You, really like to eat, don't you? The woman's lips curve into a tiny smile. I admit it. It wasn't always like this, though. Oh? What changed? I noticed a bit of reluctance in her eyes. I was thrown out into the streets when I turned 18. Turns out people tend to find albinism pretty freaky and weird. Especially if they have an image to maintain. Oh. She gives a small, self-deprecating laugh and I frown. I just got used to eating everything I could get my hands on, you know? Filled my belly as much as I could. I never knew when the next meal would be. I'm sorry for making you remember that. Emilia's normal, cheery smile finally returns. Not at all. Rather, I couldn't forget if I wanted to. Besides, I've grown to love eating. I really appreciate the flavors and aromas now. Didn't before. I suppose that makes sense. It's just like that one saying, you don't really know what you have until it's already gone. Uh-huh, exactly. It wasn't all bad out there, though. Emily jumped in my seat with Amelia's facial expression morphs into something more primal. Uh-oh. I had plenty of opportunities to learn new things. Wouldst thou care to elaborate? Such as? She leans over the table towards me, ignoring the mess of dishes below her voluptuous chest. If you're that interested, why don't I just show you? The words hang in my ears, resounding like a gentle bell. Our faces inch apart. I find myself entranced by her eyes. Do I really seem interested? Well, I can't think of any other reason your face would go bright red, but maybe that's just me. At a loss for words, I freeze. With a quick smirk, Amelia moves in closer, our lips nearly touching. My heart beats faster and faster with each passing microsecond. But just before it goes further, she pulls away and starts to giggle. Just kidding. Don't tell me you were getting into it. Her tone is sarcastic, but there's a certain twinkle in her eyes that leaves me doubtful. That wasn't a very funny joke either way. I sure didn't peg you as a trickster, Amelia. I guess Konoha must be rubbing off on me. Sorry. Figure of field, literally. Or both. Who knows? Her genuine shy personality returns in a blink. A personality from before is nowhere to be seen, and I start to doubt whether or not the near kiss had even happened. Amelia begins to clear off the table, giving me a smile and a quick pat on the shoulder as she walks past. I'll take care of things here. I'm the maid, after all. Why don't you get some rest? Yes, thank you. I stumble to my feet, my legs messily carrying me away. Earlier, Amelia was acting so strangely. I don't even know what to think anymore. I bet you wouldn't have done any of that if Konoha Sarah had been there. So weird. I flip around on the bed for a while, my mind in turmoil. But a knock at the door sends me back to reality. Come in. White hair flows in the doorway, and I sit up while trying to mask my reaction. Good evening. She smiles at me. Yes, indeed. Sorry if I did something weird to you earlier. I just really like you, and I kinda got caught up in the moment. Her sweet words and voice playing like a fiddle, and I know it. It's alright. Honestly, I was just, a little surprised. It seems out of character for you. Well, would you mind letting me make it up to you? Her porcelain skin grows slightly red. I made dinner, and I was hoping you'd join me. She made dinner for me as an apology? I can't possibly say no. Give me the option to say no. Okay, I wouldn't have even I wouldn't have taken it even if it had. That'd be terrible. Of course, that sounds wonderful. I jump off the bed and the two of us head out together. Several plates sit on the table. I carefully observe the display as I take a seat across from Amelia. Not the worst thing I've ever seen, but my host's face looks flushed and her eyes teary. I know it isn't much. I've never really had the opportunity to cook before, but I try my best. I hope it's okay. Well, there's no turning back now. Plus, I can't resist that face. Gah. Oh no, it doesn't look bad at all. The smell is way worse. God, really? Her face lights up, pulling at my heartstrings. She watches me intently, clearly wanting me to taste it first. I nervously inch the fork toward my mouth. Oh boy. Here goes nothing. To my surprise, it actually isn't as bad as it looks visually. How is it? I mean, okay, appearance isn't everything when it comes to food, but I can understand. I'm not gonna fucking no. Not too shabby, to be honest. Emilia clasped her hands together happily. I'm so glad. She finally tries to bite herself, nodding in agreement. Wow, it really isn't as bad as it looks or smells. Pretty decent. I burst into laughter, she does too. I'm so sorry, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's okay, no offense taken. What a day. I uncomfortably flip around on the bed. Well, at the least, it tired me out. My eyes begin to drift shut immediately. The next morning. I reluctantly push myself out of bed, a minor ache ringing in the back of my head. Ignoring the petty annoyance, I get dressed and head out the door. I walk into the dining area and I'm greeted by the smell of fresh bacon and eggs. Oh, pleasant. Kodaha and Amelia are already sitting at the table, both visibly excited by the upcoming meal. I step closer to them and take a seat near the white-haired woman. Oh, morning, Captain. Good morning. I'm kind of late today, huh? Am I? Hadn't noticed. I frustratedly rub at the center of my forehead. How annoying. This is gonna throw my whole day off, isn't it? Ugh, fucking... That's kind of, very fitting, because I'm dealing with some annoying pains as well. Some pressure points in the back of my neck. Ah! On my shoulders is stiff. You okay? Yeah, nothing to worry about. I just have a small headache. You take any painkillers yet? I can get some for you if you'd like. No, it's alright, but thank you. It's more annoying than anything. It'll be a waste of resources. Before we can continue the discussion, Sarah pops out of the kitchen with a tray on each arm. She sets them both on the table and then takes a seat in front of me. Did I hear something about painkillers? I give her a faint smile. It's nothing to worry about, just a small headache. And again, I'm sorry for everything from yesterday. Neither Sarah nor Kodaha said anything in response. Anyway, I'm glad to see everyone out and about again. The halls are starting to get quiet. I know what you mean. Well, it isn't that I'm not still feeling hurt. I just don't want to dwell on it forever. Besides, I was starting to get hungry locked up in there without a mini fridge. Me too. I tried to play a video game all night to distract myself, but it didn't really help. Made it worse even. Was it a cooking game, perchance? The raven-haired girl's ponytail bounces as she turns her head in surprise. How'd you know? Sarah, Amelia, and I start to laugh. Just a hunch. Call me crazy, but you almost seem to be getting along better today. Kodaha and I? I nod. Now that you mention it, it does seem that way. Not that I've known you all very long. Huh. The girl shrugs dramatically. Sarah ain't so bad, I guess. What can I say? Sometimes children need a parental figure in their life. I was just feeling nice to finally take up that role. Kodaha shoots up from the table and slams her palms against its surface. What did you just say? Calm down already. It's just a joke, obviously. Mostly. Well, it's hard to say Kodaha isn't childish sometimes. The young woman sits back down without further resistance and sighs. Maybe you do have a habit of a bit of a temper sometimes, but it's a sensitive topic, you know? Yes, I suppose so. I apologize. Joke or not, as I was out of line. Sarah's apologizing to Kodaha? I never thought I'd see the day. Amelia claps, a goofy smile on her face. That was beef, you guys. A heartfelt apology. All of a sudden, she gets up from the table, clearing the empty plates. Your display has really touched me. I'll take care of things here, so why don't one of the three of you go with your days? Oh man, Amy, you're the best. I won't waste this opportunity you've given me. After chuckling, Kodaha slips out of the room. Yes, well, I am a day behind on my routine now. Thank you, Amelia. She finally acknowledged her existence. It's a miracle. Sarah scoots out, leaving Amelia and I behind. You should go too. I won't break any dishes. Promise. Alright, thanks. After giving her a quick pat on the shoulder, I head out. I sit on the couch, casually flipping through the near endless number of pre-recorded shows on the TV. This is weird. It's the first time I've had enough time to sit down and check out television shows on my own. Is this what normal people do? Bleh. I kinda wish there was a way to automatically find something I like, though. I continue cycling through the titles and descriptions, wasting my time on a pointless task that's also oddly enjoyable and relaxing. Sci-Fi, huh? I pop on a show about a group of intergalactic diplomats. Okay. All four of us are gathered on the table, enjoying the meal Sarah and I made together. Rare as it is, Amelia takes a break from chomping down at the meal to speak. Hey guys, why don't we all do something together tonight? Oh, the once quiet one is now proposing group activities. Isn't this an interesting turn of events? Oh, don't get all snarky again, please. The blonde chuckles and waves cut her off. What did you have in mind, Amelia? The white-haired woman's gray eyes shimmer. Well, how about a sleepover? Of fucking course. Why wouldn't there be one? Oh, what the fuck happened? What the... Game? Game? Okay. Right. I have no idea what happened, but the game stopped responding, and clicking on it just gave me the option to look for programs in the Windows Store to fucking open it? Or open something. I don't fucking know, but restarting the game fixed whatever the hell was wrong. In any case, my befuddlement aside. Well, how about a sleepover? We can get all cuddled up in the lounge, throw pillows and blankets over the floor, make a party out of it. I mean, I guess it would be proper to ask what everyone else wants to do. That sounds like it would be the more polite option. Pretty sure she would agree. This... what does everyone else think? Let's go with that. Look at Kodoha, then to Sarah. What do you guys think about it? I'm all for it, of course. I'd rather not, honestly. I'm much too old for sleepovers. Really? I don't think so at all. They're great for bonding. Uh-huh, for bonding and playing multiplayer video games. Oh. Is that all you ever think about? Well, fine. If it matters to all of you so much, you can suck it up this once. I'm kind of glad. It's settled then. Okay. That was, abrupt. And... yeah. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy this image, and, I'll see you in the next episode. Yeah.